This is a marathon of pack and ship videos. Hi everyone, I'm Vicki with Avante-Avenue. Welcome to my channel. I have been wanting to do this for a long time. This is a marathon of pack and ship videos of various items that I've sold over the last several months that you haven't seen the video of the pack and ship. I video a lot of eBay sales that I pack to ship, and they're kind of accumulating, and I need to just put them out there. If you love pack and ships, be sure to subscribe because I'm going to pack all different kinds of things and show you how to do it step by step. With that said, here's marathon day number 2. I sold 4 Italian coffee cups. The brand is Vietre, if I'm saying that correctly. Let's get them off the shelf and get them packed. You can see that they have an unusual shape, very narrow at the bottom and wide at the top. I normally wrap coffee cups separately, but I have an idea this time that I want to try. I'm trying to figure out if I can pack 2 cups together in the same little packet. Let me show you. But first I want to tissue wrap each cup individually. And I like to tuck tissue paper inside the cup. And as you see here, I'm adding extra tissue paper inside each cup. I'm taking 1 sheet of tissue paper, cutting it in half, and then cutting it in half again. I want 4 squares of tissue paper. What am I using it for? I'm going to fill each handle with a piece of tissue paper. You'll see here. I like to press it down inside the handle until it's flat on each side. I'm taking a look again at putting these 2 cups together. Let me show you how I'm going to use a swimming pool noodle to protect the handles. I'm taking a measurement for the length of the cups. Not only the handles, but the entire 2 cups as I have them put together. And I do recommend a cutting board for this, and you will need a utility knife. 1 cut, 1 more to go. I decided to use this to help measure for the second one. I need 2 of these because remember I have 4 cups to ship. I'm cutting a wedge out about 1 inch apart. And once it's cut, you see here how easy it pops out. And let's check the fit. I think it looks pretty good. I decided to pack each cup in some small bubble wrap. And I decided to go a step further and tape the 2 cups together. I use Scotch heavy duty packing tape. I am not sponsored, but it is my go-to tape. And I'm checking my piece that I cut to make sure it still fits over the small bubble wrap. And as you see here, I'm applying my thank you label. I'm stacking the cups with the foam together and taking a measurement. I'm pretty certain a 12 by 10 by 8 eBay box will do. I'm laying 3 pieces of bubble wrap one direction and 2 pieces the opposite direction. This is not my most favorite bubble wrap, by the way. I was having a shortage of bubble wrap at this time, and I think this is only 3/8 of an inch instead of 1/2. My preference is 1/2 inch bubble wrap. Let's do a test fit in the box. It's pretty obvious that I need some more filler. I happen to have some styrofoam peanuts, so I decided to fill the bottom. I think I have too many peanuts in the bottom because I only have about 1 inch left over on top. So I'm going to remove a few peanuts and try this again. This looks much better, and I have room at the top to add some more styrofoam peanuts. Let's get it closed up and off to the buyer. Keep watching, there's more. We're going to pack some fish molds. I sold these 3 ceramic fish molds on eBay, and they're kind of unusual, and they have a hollow back. They're actually used for wall decor. Let's go find them and get them packed. As you can see here, I wrapped them in some tissue paper and small bubble wrap, but I need to check each one out and wrap them some more for shipping. But first, let me show you one. This is the smallest of the 3. You can see it has a little ring hanger, and I don't know if you can read this label, but it does say Italy on the back. The tissue paper is fine as it is, and now I'm going to wrap each one in some bubble wrap. And because I have a seam down through the 2 pieces of bubble wrap, I add another square of bubble wrap on top. Let's get that wrapped up and taped, and then bubble wrap the other 2 fish molds. As I was getting ready to tape the end, I noticed I had a hard edge exposed. So I took some small bubble wrap, rolled it up, and tucked it inside, and then taped it off. Always make sure you can't feel any hard edges around the item that you're packing. If so, add more bubble wrap. Let's get this little fish wrapped. And let's take a measurement and see what size box we need. A 12 by 10 by 8 box should work just fine. But as I do my test fit, I realize I have an awful lot of room left over. What can we do? I lay some bubble wrap, 3 sheets one direction, 2 sheets the opposite direction. This helps take up space in the box and adds extra protection. But as I take a look here, I still don't like how these are going to move around. I have an idea. Let's use some eBay padded envelopes. And of course, I'm adding my thank you note. Try as I might, I could not get the largest fish mold to fit. This is going inside the box, so why not cut down one side, fit the largest fish in it, and then tape it off. I'll show you here. This is the middle-sized fish, and I'm going to use an eBay padded envelope for this as well. It fits pretty good. And then the smallest fish fits in a smaller eBay padded envelope. Here's my stack of 3. Let's do another test fit. I'm putting the largest one in first, then the medium size, and then the small. And I decided to add another thank you label to the top, so that's the first thing they see. And I'm just tucking the bubble wrap around everything. But I still need some filler. So I'm taking some blank newspaper print along with a very large air pillow, and I'm just going to fill up the box to the top. Looks pretty good. I'm getting it folded up, taped up. Make sure you press down your tape. And I use a sample label when I weigh my boxes to accommodate for the label. I've got one more for you. Keep watching. We're going to double box a collector's mug that came in a box already. You know, for a collector, the box can be just as important as the item inside. So I never use the original box to apply a label. I always double box something like this. This is a Tom Seaver baseball mug. It even has a certificate of authenticity. The first thing I like to do is fill that mug up with some tissue paper. But I quickly found, since it was so large, that it was taking a lot of paper. So I backed off a little bit, added some bubble wrap in the middle, and then finished off with tissue paper. And I want to fill in the handle. And because it's so large, I decided to try some bubble wrap. The box came with a cardboard insert to protect the handle, but I want to try and see if I can fit a pool noodle onto the handle and into the box. So I cut a piece of swimming pool noodle to the length of the mug. And let me just say here that I highly recommend a cutting board. I have no idea why I did not use one this time, but I should have, for safety. Fair warning, this can make a mess, but a lint roller cleans it up really fast. The bubble wrap inside the handle wasn't really working for me, so I went back to my tried and true tissue paper technique. I think that's going to work much better. Let's do a test fit with the foam noodle. Looks pretty good. Now the question is, will this fit in the box? I'm not sure. I'm taking the cardboard insert out and doing a test fit. Well, I'm wrong. It's not going to fit. Let's go to plan B, whatever that may be. Off comes the foam and on goes the cardboard. Let's get this back into the box. And although it does fit, I want to add a little more protection. I am determined to use that pool noodle one way or the other. So I decided to cut it in half. And I'm fitting the half pieces on each side of the mug. Where there's a will, there's a way. By golly, I think it's going to work. What do you know? But we're not done yet. Let's add some bubble wrap before we close up the box. And to protect the finish on the box, the collector's box, I wrap it in tissue paper. I'm wrapping it just like I would a present. And I'm adding my thank you label. And of course we need to protect the box and insert it into another box, so I'm using some large 1/2-inch bubble wrap. And I'm rolling it in several sheets and taping it off with my heavy-duty packing tape. Again, not sponsored. And here's a tip. To keep the tape from sticking to itself, I use a large vinyl-coated paper clip and stick it on the end of my tape in between using it. I can feel a couple of the edges of the box, so I decided to add a little more bubble wrap. And I taped it in place. As I was folding up the ends, I realized I needed a little more bubble wrap, so I'm just using some small pieces, tucking it inside, and then taping it off. I did that for both ends of the package. Taking a measurement to see what size box I need, and it looks like a 10 by 8 by 6 eBay box should work fine. As always, I like to do a test fit. I'm cross-laying a few sheets of bubble wrap in each direction and trying a test fit again. I'm just tucking the bubble wrap around, adding some more on top, and then guess what? I forgot to put the certificate of authenticity inside. So I'm putting it in a small Ziploc bag, and I'm going to tape it to the side of the box, to the inside box. So glad I found it on my table before I sealed up the box. Do you see here? I just lightly taped it to the side, and it is in a Ziploc bag. Okay, I think it's good to go. Let's get it closed up and in the mail. The winner of the orange jumping jack cell phone clip from last week's video is, pulling this out of my popcorn bowl, who's the winner here? Carolina. Congratulations, Carolina. If you're watching this video, go to the drop-down box underneath this video and look for my email and email me your mailing information. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. And as always, thanks for watching. I'm Vicki with Avante Avenue. I'll see you soon. Simple sales for good profit.